Tell me the pros and cons of employing or placing your child on payroll.
Oh man. Well, first off, you're teaching them life skills. I flash back to when my mother invited me into her tax and accounting office when I was 14 years old. And at the time I was not thrilled about working in a tax office, but she had me picking up staples off the ground and, picking up printer paper. This was back then before everything was digital, right? So you filed paper tax returns with the IRS. You sent in your tax returns via mail. But it taught me a lot about discipline. It taught me a lot about hard work. I even learned how to pick up the phones and talk to people that were business owners and real estate investors as I grew in that position that I was in. But more importantly, it taught me the value of money because I earned money at that time. And that was the money that I had to spend if I wanted to go do things. If I wanted to go to the movies, I want to go hang out with my friends. My parents aren't ripping me off $20 bills out of their pocket. They're ripping me off money off of my paycheck that I got for working for their business. Now, you asked me what's the benefit. I'm a tax professional. We get to write off $14,600 per child on the tax returns. That's over $29,000 if we have two children. If you're at a 37% tax rate, man, you're looking at over $10,000 in savings, and we're just talking two kids. So you could really save money on your taxes by simply employing your children without them needing to file a tax return, while also simultaneously teaching them life skills and being able to learn the family
Is
business.
there an age cutoff for that or no?
18 is the cutoff to when the child has to, one, report the income, and two, file a tax return.
Oh,
So if
so they
they're
could be one, and you could literally employ them
well, if
legally.
you are going to go as far as to hire somebody that's only 1 years old, you're going to have an uphill battle of proof to show that you were able to leverage your child as a child actor, advertising, marketing that then led to you generating
What if
income.
they're like, what if you have a 1-year-old child and they're like a big part of your social media, which is marketing for your business?
Absolutely,
And
they
they're like
can. Then they're a child
they're in
actor.
your videos.
Right.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
would say that if you're gonna pay a child like that, I wouldn't probably go all the way to the extent to try to push all the way up to the standard deduction,
Got it. Just do like
14,600.
partial.
Yeah, but I may have a partial payment, maybe $2,000, $3,000 for the year, for my daughter coming on, and being on my websites, doing modeling or whatever it might be to market that we place children on payroll as a tax and accounting company, right? So yeah, it would needs to be reasonable.
That makes sense.